Hello, esteemed gentlemen. The greatest trick the intelligent ever pulled was making the world believe they don't exist. In a world obsessed with loud leaders and attention-hungry influencers, there exists a rare breed of men who dominate without making a sound, the Sigma males. They walk among us, unnoticed yet unmistakably superior in thought, strategy, and intellect. They don't just think outside the box, they dismantle it, analyze its flaws, and then disappear before anyone realizes it was ever there. Here's a fact that should make you pause. Some of the most powerful minds in history, Nikola Tesla, Steve Jobs, and even Bruce Lee, embodied Sigma intelligence. They were unpredictable, self-sufficient, and operated on an entirely different intellectual frequency than the rest of the world. While society scrambles for approval, Sigma males move with silent precision, making calculated decisions that keep them 10 steps ahead of everyone else. But what really sets them apart? Why do they surpass everyone else in intelligence, adaptability, and influence without even trying? Strap in, because what you're about to discover will shatter conventional wisdom, disrupt everything you thought you knew, and just maybe reveal something about yourself. Number 1. The power of controlled madness. Most people avoid chaos, but Sigma males understand its power. They know that true intelligence isn't about playing it safe. It's about dancing on the edge of unpredictability and bending reality to their will. While the average person clings to structure and certainty, Sigma males embrace controlled madness as a tool for innovation, problem-solving, and outthinking their competition. Their minds don't operate in neat linear patterns. They take risks, experiment with unconventional ideas, and explore intellectual territories others are too afraid to touch. Where society sees disorder, they see hidden logic. Where others panic, they remain eerily calm, processing the chaos and extracting value from it. This ability makes them pioneers, people who create new ways of thinking, new industries, and new philosophies long before the world catches on. This doesn't mean they're reckless. Far from it. Their madness is never random. It's a calculated kind of insanity that allows them to break systems that no longer work and create better ones. They don't care if their methods seem strange, as long as the results are undeniable. Some of history's greatest minds operated this way. Tesla's radical ideas were called impossible. Steve Jobs was labeled obsessive. Bruce Lee's philosophy of adaptability was seen as rebellious, but all of them rewrote the rules of their fields. The secret? Sigma males don't just think differently. They allow themselves the freedom to think without limits. They know that sometimes the only way to find genius is to step outside of sanity just enough to see what no one else can. Number 2, operate at a meta level of awareness. Most people react to life as it comes, absorbing information at face value, following trends, and making decisions based on what's directly in front of them. Sigma males operate on an entirely different level. They don't just see what's happening. They decode the hidden mechanisms behind events, the motivations driving people's actions, and the power structures controlling the system itself. This isn't just intelligence, it's meta-intelligence, a higher-order awareness that allows them to move strategically while everyone else moves blindly. They don't just ask, "What's the news?" They ask, "Who benefits from this narrative? Who is controlling the information? What unseen forces are shaping public opinion?" When someone makes a decision, they don't just assess the choice. They analyze why that person believes it was their choice to begin with. This level of thinking makes Sigma males extremely difficult to manipulate. They can spot lies, emotional traps, and hidden agendas before they even take form. They understand that the world isn't just a collection of random events. It's an intricate web of power, psychology, and influence, and most people are just pawns in a game they don't even realize they're playing. But here's where it gets even more powerful. Because they see the system, they know how to bend it. Whether in business, relationships, or social dynamics, Sigma males subtly position themselves where they control outcomes without appearing to be in control. While the rest of the world plays checkers, they're playing a game no one even knows exists, and winning it effortlessly. Number 3, information encryption, only revealing what's necessary. Most people broadcast their thoughts, intentions, and abilities without a second thought. Sigma males do the opposite. They understand that information is power, and power is best wielded when no one knows exactly how much of it you have. Their intelligence isn't just about what they know, it's about what they choose to reveal and when. They move through life like an encrypted file. Only those with the right access get to see what's inside, and even then, only in carefully controlled portions. They never reveal their full potential, their endgame, or the depth of their knowledge unless there is a calculated advantage in doing so. This keeps people guessing, prevents competitors from formulating counter-strategies, and ensures that Sigma males always maintain the upper hand. This makes them unpredictable and nearly impossible to manipulate. You can't outthink someone if you don't fully understand how they think. You can't counter a move that hasn't been revealed. This is why Sigma males often disarm people without even trying. They exude mystery, forcing others to fill in the blanks with their own assumptions, which often work to the Sigma's advantage. Even in conversation, they excel at giving just enough information to keep people engaged, but never enough to expose their full position. They master the art of controlled disclosure, revealing pieces of their knowledge strategically, always ensuring they remain a step ahead. While the world overshares and plays its hand too soon, Sigma males remain locked vaults of intelligence, revealing just enough to stay in control, but never enough to be outmaneuvered. Number 4. Strategic intuition, knowing without knowing why. Some people call it gut instinct, but for Sigma males it's something far more powerful: strategic intuition. They don't just make decisions on a whim or rely on random feelings. Instead, their minds absorb and process vast amounts of information, patterns, behaviors, micro-expressions, environmental cues, without them even realizing it consciously. This allows them to arrive at conclusions that seem almost psychic to others. This ability isn't luck. It's the result of hyper-awareness, deep observation, and a subconscious mind that works at lightning speed. While most people need data, discussions, or long periods of reflection to make sense of a situation, Sigma males often just know, and they're right more often than not. They can predict how people will act before they act, sense an opportunity before it fully forms, and avoid traps before they even appear visible. This is why they're often mistaken for being reckless or taking unusual risks. In reality, their minds have already calculated the probability of success before they even take action. They don't always know why they know something. They just do. And time after time, their instincts prove sharper than the most detailed analysis. This makes them incredibly adaptive, quick-thinking, and dangerous in competitive environments. While others are still debating their next move, Sigma males have already made theirs, and they don't second-guess it. Their ability to move before the world catches up is one of the reasons they always seem ahead of everyone else, even when no one understands how they got there. Number 5. Mind viruses. They plant ideas without people realizing. Sigma males don't persuade. They implant. Unlike typical influencers who use direct arguments or emotional appeals, Sigmas introduce subtle, almost invisible ideas into conversations, ideas that take root in the minds of others and slowly evolve into their own thoughts. By the time a person takes action, they believe it was entirely their decision, never realizing the seed was planted long ago. This is the art of the mind virus. An idea so subtly placed that it spreads without detection. Sigma males achieve this by phrasing statements in a way that bypasses resistance, using open-ended questions, indirect implications, or casual remarks that seem unimportant in the moment. Days, weeks, or even months later, the thought resurfaces in the person's mind, now fully developed, as if it were their own original realization. They might suggest a different way of thinking without ever directly challenging a belief, making the other person feel like they've arrived at the conclusion independently. This is why Sigma males often change minds without debating, influence without commanding, and lead without appearing to lead. Their intelligence allows them to shape perspectives, decisions, and even behaviors without leaving fingerprints. This level of influence makes them exceptionally powerful in business, relationships, and social dynamics. People never feel pressured or manipulated because Sigma males never force an idea. They simply plant it and let it grow naturally, ensuring their influence extends far beyond the moment often without anyone realizing it at all. Number 6. Intellectual snipers. Precision thinking with zero waste. Sigma males don't get lost in unnecessary details, endless debates, or mental clutter. Their thinking is like a high-powered sniper rifle, precise, efficient, and outcome-driven. While most people scatter their thoughts like a shotgun blast, hoping something hits, Sigma males zero in on exactly what matters and ignore everything else. This isn't just intelligence, it's ruthless cognitive efficiency. They don't waste time analyzing things that don't impact the final outcome. If a problem has 10 moving parts but only 3 actually affect the result, they focus only on those 3. If a conversation is filled with noise, distractions, or emotional bait, they cut through it instantly and get straight to the core. Their minds operate on a need-to-think basis, filtering out everything irrelevant like a sniper discarding unnecessary weight before taking a shot. This ability makes them immune to overthinking. They don't get paralyzed by endless possibilities or drown in minor details. While others hesitate, lost in uncertainty, Sigma males execute with precision, knowing that thinking efficiently is more powerful than thinking endlessly. Their intelligence isn't just about depth, it's about application. They don't learn just to know, they learn to use. They don't strategize just to plan, they strategize to win. Every mental resource is spent with purpose. Every decision is made with maximum impact, and every thought serves a clear objective. This is why Sigma males seem to achieve more with less effort. They don't waste a single mental bullet. While the world struggles with distractions, indecision, and inefficiency, they take their shot, hit their target, and move on to the next mission. Number 7. Pattern recognition at an elite level. Most people see life as a series of disconnected events, reacting to things as they happen. Sigma males see the code behind reality. Their minds are wired for pattern recognition at an elite level, allowing them to detect trends, predict outcomes, and notice shifts long before anyone else does. This ability gives them an almost unfair advantage in every aspect of life. In finance, they recognize market shifts before they happen, seeing opportunities while others are still following outdated trends. In social dynamics, they sense hidden motives, unspoken tensions, and power structures that others remain blind to. In business, they identify gaps, inefficiencies, and emerging trends before the competition even realizes they exist. Their brains operate like high-level AI, constantly scanning data, behavior, and situations, picking up on the subtle repetitions and deviations that others ignore. This allows them to predict problems before they arise, navigate challenges before they become crises, and position themselves in the right place at the right time, without it ever looking like luck. Even in everyday interactions, they read between the lines, detecting lies, inconsistencies, and subconscious tells that reveal far more than what's being said. While most trust the surface, Sigma males trust the patterns, knowing that history, human behavior, and even chaos itself follow predictable rhythms. This is why they always seem a step ahead, not because they have more information, but because they know how to read the signals buried within it. While the world is busy reacting, Sigma males are already executing the next move, playing a game most people don't even realize is happening. Number 8. An unshakable internal algorithm. Sigma males don't rely on society's rulebook, they write their own. Their minds function on a self-built internal algorithm, a deeply ingrained mental framework that dictates how they process the world, make decisions, and navigate life. This isn't based on trends, societal norms, or external validation. It's a system they've constructed through experience, logic, and brutal self-honesty. While most people are plugged into external programming, absorbing beliefs from media, authority figures, and cultural expectations, Sigma males operate independently. They question everything, discard useless traditions, and extract only what is objectively valuable. Their intelligence isn't just about gathering knowledge. It's about creating a mental operating system that is nearly immune to manipulation, peer pressure, or emotional distortion. This is what makes them unshakable. Their decisions aren't based on fear, approval, or groupthink. They are based on raw logic, strategic foresight, and personal principles. They don't need to ask what will people think because that variable doesn't exist in their equation. They don't chase respect. They command it by simply being unapologetically themselves. Even in high-pressure situations, their internal algorithm keeps them calm, decisive, and precise. They don't make knee-jerk reactions or fall for manipulative tactics because their responses aren't driven by impulse, but by calculated reasoning. This makes them incredibly difficult to control. Governments, corporations, and even social circles struggle to influence them because their framework is self-sustaining. A Sigma male's greatest strength isn't just intelligence, it's the fact that his intelligence is completely his own. While the world follows pre-programmed scripts, he is the coder, the architect, and the system itself, one that cannot be rewritten by anyone but him. Number 9. Intellectual judo, using others' strengths against them. Sigma males don't waste energy fighting battles that don't need to be fought. Instead of directly confronting opposition, they practice intellectual judo, where they use the strengths, biases, and blind spots of others to turn the tide in their favor. Their intelligence lies in redirecting energy. They let others waste their force and use it against them, all while maintaining a position of calm control. In a business negotiation, for example, a Sigma male might encourage his opponent to overestimate their value, inflating their ego to the point where they make unnecessary demands or overreach, and in the process, undermine their own position. Rather than attacking their argument head-on, he subtly pushes them to overplay their hand, ensuring that they leave with less than they wanted, all without ever seeming confrontational. This principle applies not only in business, but also in debates, conflicts, or any scenario where there's a power struggle. Sigma males excel at exploiting weaknesses in others' logic, assumptions, or emotional biases. By leading people into decisions based on their own flaws, they force opponents to sabotage their own efforts. If a person's arrogance blinds them to reality, Sigma males know how to subtly exploit that arrogance until it causes their downfall. The beauty of intellectual judo is that it's almost invisible to outsiders. To the casual observer, it might look like nothing is happening at all. But to those who understand the game, it's clear that the Sigma is masterfully pulling the strings while letting everyone else think they're in control. They turn potential threats into self-inflicted defeats, and victories are achieved without breaking a sweat. Number 10. Mastering multiple cognitive modes. Sigma males don't get trapped in a single mode of thinking. They master the art of switching between highly logical, intuitive, and creative thinking with ease. While most people find themselves stuck in one mode, either rigidly analytical or wildly creative, Sigma males effortlessly flow between them, using the right tool for each situation. This ability doesn't just make them flexible, it makes their intelligence multidimensional and dangerously adaptable. When the situation calls for it, they can sharpen their focus into precise, step-by-step logic. They can break down complex problems into their most basic components and attack them with cold, rational thought, analyzing data and running simulations in their minds faster than most people can process a single idea. This ability makes them formidable problem solvers in technical fields, finance, and strategy, where precision and accuracy are key. But then, when the scenario demands it, they can effortlessly switch to a more intuitive mode, where they trust their instincts, read between the lines, and sense the deeper currents that others miss. It's as though they can tap into an almost sixth sense that guides them toward the right decisions without needing a long process of reasoning. This is when they start to predict things before they happen, noticing shifts that others are oblivious to and acting on a gut-level understanding of what's unfolding. And when logic and intuition aren't enough, Sigma males don't hesitate to enter their creative mode, thinking outside the constraints of conventional solutions. They allow themselves to be visionary, abstract, and experimental, creating new possibilities, innovative ideas, or entirely different ways to approach a problem that others might not even dream of. This combination of precision, instinct, and creativity allows them to tackle problems from every angle, often finding solutions that others cannot even conceive. What makes this intelligence so powerful is that Sigma males don't just think in one direction. They are not bound by rigid thinking or confined to a specific mental model. They constantly blend different cognitive modes, making their intelligence not just deep or wide, but also incredibly dynamic and adaptable to any situation. In a world that constantly demands more information, more decisions, more chaos, the Sigma male stands as a silent force of intellect and strategy. He doesn't follow the crowd. He defines his own path, shaping his reality with a unique blend of precision, intuition, and creativity. His intelligence isn't just about what he knows, it's how he processes, adapts, and manipulates the very system others are bound to. From strategic intuition that seems like foresight to his ability to plant ideas and watch them grow into powerful realities, Sigma males don't just navigate the world, they reshape it from the inside out. While others get lost in the noise, overthink, or fall into traps set by external pressures, the Sigma male stays firmly grounded in his self-built framework. He's not swayed by the fleeting tides of public opinion or the distractions of superficial success. His focus is laser-sharp, his mind multidimensional, and his actions always with purpose. The brilliance of the Sigma male isn't just in his knowledge, it's in his ability to see what others can't, and act in ways that seem almost effortless. To underestimate a Sigma male is to mistake silence for weakness and strategy for luck. What truly makes them extraordinary is their control of their own narrative, their ability to use the system without ever being a slave to it, and their consistent outthinking the competition without ever breaking a sweat. The world is often one step behind them, but for the Sigma male, it's just another day in the life of genius, one perfectly executed move at a time. If you found value in understanding the extraordinary intelligence of Sigma males and how they navigate the world, make sure to hit that subscribe button and join us on this journey of unlocking the hidden potential within us all. Don't forget to like, comment, and share this with anyone who needs to hear it. Because let's be real, everyone could use a little bit of Sigma wisdom in their lives. We'd love to hear your thoughts and engage in the conversation, so drop a comment below and let's dive deeper into the world of powerful minds. Stay sharp, stay ahead, and we'll see you in the next one.